Greetings, everyone. We are coming to you live from the Tower Press Box for Speedgaming's 2023 Crystalis Randomizer Tournament, organized by Matric _. Tonight we have a doubleheader matchup, with the second match being in 2 hours from now. The first matchup happening right now will be a second round knockout matchup between nightdew on the right and Steve Hacks on the left. I'm your commentator for tonight, 00713. And joining me up here in the Tower Press Box is the one and only Code Gorilla on tracking. And my code commentator, the master of forcing plants onto Akahana, J-Ro Boy.
Hello, Speedgaming. I'm glad to have every one of you out there tonight. We're really excited for this match. It's actually, I believe, our tournament's first elimination match. So, loser out, and that's going to be quite a showing we're going to have here. Both Steve Hacks and nightdew are veterans of the game. They know what they're doing, you know. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm sure it's going to be a great race tonight.
I am glad that you said that this is a first elimination match and that I deferred my match until tomorrow night, so I don't have to be the first one to be knocked out.
See, that's pro strategies right there, Zero. And with that, I think we've got everything to go. So I think it's time to start. I don't want to delay everything because we got another race coming in 2 hours. So
Keep on forgetting that I'm the one in charge of this.
Zero's got the gates. He's got the start button. And I do want to give a quick shout out. Thanks again to Speedgaming for hosting this tournament. We really appreciate it. Big shout outs there. I don't think nightdew has set up everything yet. So let's make sure we've got everything ready.
Well, they all say that they are good, so I'm just going to quit this, and we shall see what happens. So,
We're
quitting, and we got a countdown timer. We got
there
10,
it is.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's booty.
All right. So the timers went down, but I think my stream is really delayed because I've got the stream up right here, but the
It's about 40. I guess there's a 40-second restream delay because no timer has gone at all yet in the.
Oh, whew! I was about to panic there. All right, so I'll just do this, and I'll just be watching the restream delay. All right.
So, J-Ro, tell us about the wonderful world of Crystalis. Where are we going to be seeing ourselves in this game?
Yeah, in Crystalis Randomizer, so in this game you start off as the hero who's awoken from the cave, and you need to go collect a couple items and beat a couple bosses in order to get to the end of the game. You get 4 different swords, each of them with 2 upgrades per sword. So every sword has an accompanying orb and bracelet that will power up the sword. And our runners are right out the gate. They're checking here, all of the checks in the first village, and they didn't really get a lot here.
They did get a key, and as we all know, the key is always going to be the key to Stixie.
The key is always the key to Stixie, except when it's the very first one in the game. It's very likely our windmill key. So with our new tournament settings we've got here, there's some special flags on that are on mystery mode. We don't know if these flags are on yet or not. One of those flags is called Oops All Mimics. And what it does is it changes every chest in the game into a mimic that you have to defeat to get the item drop. Because they didn't get a sword yet, I think they're just assuming that Oops All Mimics is on. And they're just going to play as if they can't get any chests right now, because there's 2 treasure chests that are available in the GBC cave that they're avoiding.
Right
Go
now
ahead.
we do have the windmill key right now, and I don't know if Steve has got a little lost there, but let's go to windmill. We will get a free item outside the door, which is a clarinet, which is a flute, and flutes are usually used to wake people up, right? Do you have a flute that wakes you up?
I set my flute on, my little flute I have on my bedside, and when I just wake up in the morning, I play the flute to wake myself up. So it makes sense. Don't question it.
Interestingly enough, though, a clarinet is not a flute. So
He's on to me.
I feel like we're getting misled here. But that clarinet will lead our runners to go talk to Zebu, which causes this very lazy windmill bomb to be taking a nap in the cave. So we're gonna have to play the flute to wake him up.
Yeah, we were hitting a bit of a sync there for a minute as both players were about to high five. Oh, there they are.
So we got our first sword, which is a sword of fire. Very decent sword to have, especially if you could get the level 2 and level 3 upgrade to it.
Yeah, right there, what I think we're seeing is both players are testing to see if the sword charge shot only mode flag is on. So I mentioned that there's 3 mystery settings on. The first one was Oops All Mimics, and they're just assuming it's on. The second one is charge shot only mode, which makes it where you can only damage enemies with charge shots. That it works by the sword has no hitbox, so the only way you can hurt things is with charging. But to test to see if that's on, they're able to walk and charge with that mode on. So because of that, that's the first thing they tried. Am I able to walk and charge? No. Okay, that means that that mode is off. So
yeah, so they just stab, and Steve has got poison for a sword of water.
And sure enough, because that treasure chest dropped something, that means that Oops All Mimics is on.
So we got 2. So far we got 2 swords. I don't know. I think Matrick rolled a dud here for a seed. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see, because it could turn out to be pretty trolly later. Like, there's a lot that's still left to come. So, this game usually seeds go from anywhere from about an hour to an hour and 30 with these flags, depending on how bad the seed decides to troll you. Oh no,
Steve! Wait, that didn't poison you?
No!
Oh,
Steve getting stoned into poison means that he needs to bail out of there and heal up, because he just can't. Like, he doesn't have enough healing items right now to live through that cave, and it is too long to die in right now.
So we do have warp boots at the first town, which is very good. Warp boots are how you fast travel to different towns. If you don't have warp boots, and they can get pretty expensive later on, then you have to take the walk of shame, or you have to go outside and just grind money in order to get warp boots, or to fast travel back to someplace far away. Let's see, Steve. Looks like Steve's going to be taking a 180 here to GBC Cave, which has 2 chests, while nightdew will be making its way to Brynmere by way of Vampire.
That's something interesting. Is the rest of the cave for Windmill Cave hasn't paid off for nightdew yet. It's been mimic this, mimic that. Like, so Steve is making a cool decision here to try something different. Zebu wall was wind. It is a wind wall behind Zebu.
Gotcha. Oh, down goes a vampire. Vampire likes to just warp around and telefrag people.
Alright, Nightdew's about to break free and make it to the second town, Brynmere. If you're playing the game casually, you'll make it all the way through Brynmere just fine. But usually in the randomizer, the world will open up as you get out of this first area. So Steve is actually, because he's going in a different direction, he's going to be able to check things that Nightdew isn't and visit other towns. So right now this is quite a bit of a route divergence, and we don't know who's going to pay off for more.
Nightdew spoke with Dr. Hana. We got double metal orbs on screen. So Dr. Hana, he's a kind of a stingy little guy right there, just standing out in the middle of nowhere. And he loses his statue, and he decides to get himself stoned. And then he goes hang out with the terrorists at the terrorist base. But we gotta get him something. I didn't see what he needed. It said something exotic, so maybe an exotic statue.
Yeah. So
Exotic?
Akahana's looking for an exotic statue, which seems vanilla, but we have unidentified items and randomized turn-ins on. So we don't know which statue he wants. There's a lot of them in this game.
We got some battle armor outside Brynmare.
Yeah, nightdew hooking up those extra wing thingies. And so the Guardian Legend sprite really kicking in here now that you got the armor on.
Okay, so Steve Haddock's found Goa. This would be a decent region, especially if you get through the area. A lot of items. You could go to the terrorist base Shira, which you can talk to Zebu and get something useful. Whereas Nightdew can go to Saber West over here.
What's interesting to me is that Nightdew's been making a lot of checks, and none of them have given any progression yet.
I don't think Steve Haddock has found anything either. Other than the Magic Rain, which it's good, but it's not going to win in the game right now.
We're really sitting on Consumable City here right now. Just nothing but consumables, like...
Got a wind wall in Saber West, so can't do anything there. And it sounded like GBC Cave is able to be full clear, so I think Steve Hatch went through the breakable wall. That's my guess.
Went down through the bottom wall. I don't believe Steve's checked the other side. Yep, there's the chest that he can get for free, and I don't believe he's checked the walls here yet. So, no,
Hazmat. So we got Hazmat up in Hydra. And interestingly enough, that is something that Nightdew would probably want right now, because Hazmat will allow him to get to Oak, which is an extension of the Brynmare area. But he doesn't have that yet.
That could pay off pretty well for Steve if he finds out that the other exit to GBC Cave, we don't know where it leads yet, but it could possibly lead to Brynmare. And so that would give him a shortcut, and he could skip the rest of Windmill Cave, which was a dud.
We got wind walls. Wind walls everywhere tonight.
It's a windy seed so far.
Okay, well, Steve's gonna be able to grab one more item. Then he might go to Oasis Cave, or maybe he'll check the other GBC exit, or he might just head back to Windmill because he can't. He does know that he can finish the Windmill Cave, which will lead him to Brynmare. And I think Oak might be the next progress. And
no!
We will never find that out.
We'll never know what's in that chest. There's no way we can find out. Well, he's going to have to go back there because he knows that hazmat suit, which is in the vanilla game, it's the gas mask and the leather boots are combined to a hazmat suit now. And that hazmat suit is probably progression. That's probably where they need to go, is go visit Oak and do some of those checks. But they don't have telepathy, but that does allow them to get access to the Stom fight too. But yeah, they're running out of checks soon here if they don't find something.
So what is your opinion on Stom? Like, we fight him, and then he's actually hanging in the in Chiron, just blocking the way up to Zebu. Do you like Stom?
Yeah, and not only is he blocking the way up to Zebu, but he even blocks your way even more when he falls over and takes a nap. He's just kind of there.
I know,
but overall, I think he's a good guy. He's just trying his best, and that matters.
Now, we never get to see it, but there's actually a room there with a bunch of Stoms in it.
He's not a particularly unique sprite.
Well, it's kind of funny because it's like I think there's only 4 Stoms in the entire game for sprites. Okay, we got Mimikron Steve battle here. Right now, the Mimic has an advantage, bouncing around,
Oh, it's hipping, it's hopping.
and it's down for a fruitery pun. Oh my
So
god,
worth it.
that's gonna change this game right here, right now. That fruitery pun will be very useful if Steve ever gets turned into a slime.
We did see in another race that nightdew. No, that wasn't Fruit of Rapun. Oh well. We haven't found a use for Fruit of Rapun yet.
One day we will. I think Steve might want to stock up on some melt herbs, or not melt herbs, antidote herbs. And let's see where's he going next. It looks like he might be heading to back to the windmill. He wasn't able to see what that one item was that he died to. Actually, no, he didn't die to. He had a wild warp out. And he never really finished the windmill either. And we haven't seen the other exit for GBC.
So for people that may be new to the game and were wondering what Steve did, when he entered into the cave, he immediately turned around and walked back out and then walked back in. The way the checkpoint system for this game works is the game will checkpoint sometimes when you walk into a cave and sometimes when you walk out of a cave. And it just so happens that the windmill cave is when you walk out of the cave. So in order to checkpoint, you have to walk in, back out, and then back in to actually save your progress there.
I thought you always had to walk in and out.
Some caves are when you walk in, some caves I'm pretty sure, but here I'm trying to sound knowledgeable and I'm like, oh crap, I don't actually know for sure.
Oh, another thing to know about about the mimics. There's going to be the chest mimics, and then there's going to be money mimics. And the money mimics usually drop a decent amount of money, and that money's going to come in handy later on if they need to buy, let's say, equipment or consumables or those warp boots. Sadly, there's really no good place to farm those mimics just yet.
Yeah, Nightdew's about to show us what's in the other exit here, so that's going to be really exciting.
Imagine if it's Brimare.
It's Goa?
Sahara.
Sorry, I spaced that. That is totally Sahara, not Goa. So that means that the only chest I can think of is in Oasis Cave, the Vanilla Leather Boots location. That's available. But right now, there's no checks here. The Stomp Fight. You're right.
Yeah. Actually, there's a couple items. Uh-oh. Steve better watch out. He's almost dead. Almost dead to the first boss. Now,
to be fair. Oh, go ahead.
The Oasis Cave, you could get 2 items and possibly 3 items right now.
That's true. I think Nightdew just thought about that too. Wait, why am I going to Brynmere to check Stom, which is a 1.5 mile long check, when I could just go to Oasis Cave and get the 2 to 3 items that are available.
And yeah, an Oasis Cave can be a major knockout, and it is hard to navigate the Oasis Cave. We had a person the other day who spent maybe like 20 minutes just trying to navigate that Oasis Cave.
Yeah, I'm sure that person has a wonderful voice, and you're hearing them right now. Look, they designed the cave to be confusing. Someone has to get confused by it, and that can be me.
As I said, as a kid, I actually drew up a map for some of these dungeons because they were very mazy, in my opinion, and I was just getting lost trying to navigate them.
Yeah, for real.
The good old days before we got our first opal. The good old days back when we didn't have game facts and we had to rely on graph paper to map out dungeons.
Didn't have Mike's RPG.
Oh
no.
Uh-oh. Nightdew is pulling a J-Row.
Is he going the wrong way too?
Oh no, he's not. He's going to the other chest.
He's getting the other chest. I did want to say, if anyone saw that on Steve's side, Yeah, that mimic just died inside the wall on Steve's side. So when I was developing this wonderful flag called Oops All Mimics, I showed it off and I was like, yeah, but there's a problem. Sometimes when you kill the mimics, they get stuck in the walls. And everyone was like, please don't change that. It's amazing. So what I thought was a bug is now an intended feature. So please enjoy.
Well, how about the mimic and the at the two Kensu locations?
Oh, those are the best ones. It's a tiny, tiny room, and one of them even has a soldier who can helpfully tell you the same message over and over.
Okay, well,
Oh?
Steve... Oh, we can't get the third item. But Steve hacked... Oh, it's a major boss! Oasis game was a failure!
Oasis Cave had nothing! That means it's on Stom and our racers are basically even again.
Okay, so Steve is going to Oak. We don't really talk to anyone in Oak because they don't know how to speak proper English. And now we gotta learn how to speak to them, or teach them how to speak, by going to Stom. Apparently Stom knows how to teach people how to speak. But we don't really spend that much time with Stom anyway. Because we don't like him.
Yeah, one thing is, I don't know if nightdew has warp boots. I think he has one pair right now. But, it's not charge shot mode only. If they wanted to waste the time, they could actually stab out Stom.
And that takes...
We're not gonna...
So Steve does have the warp boots, so that'll be a quick in and out for him. And what do we have here? Our reward is... Oh, we know... Oh, change! Back, we don't have any trade-ins, so...
Yeah, that's change, which lets you through the Goa gate to Swan.
But what else can we
does
do?
change give you? You could talk to Queen Aurelius, but there's no turn-in items right now.
And you could talk to... Yeah, well, you can't talk to Deo because we don't have telepathy, but you...
No, you can't talk to... No, wait, we don't have...
Oh, Joe. Joe in chat has a good one. We might have to go to the front to Goa.
How would the front of Goa do anything here?
Well, we have two swords, so we could possibly go through the front of Goa.
Oh, you're right. They might have to tank the footballs and make it through Goa.
Let's see. Steve Hatch is doing the anti-Mashama here and going right to Sahara, even though he can't do anything at Sahara. And what's he thinking? Is he thinking Goa? He has not been to Oasis Cave, though. Let's see. Nightdew does have the change, and he is heading to Swan, but there's nothing to do in Swan. I guess he doesn't want to go to Swan.
I think Nightdew's catching on. Yep, he's going into the shop there to buy some medical herbs. Time to see how much you can tank.
Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Ow. Why do they have to throw those footballs so fast? Okay, we're going to Goa. There's a lot of stuff that can happen here. Our first boss fight! Look what our first boss is! At level 4, we got a Mato 2 fight here. The hardest boss in the entire game. And they only have the battle armor, no shields. And they're only level 4. And they don't have any bracelets.
At least you can stab. That doesn't add much to the Mato 2 fight. It's better than not being able to stab.
Let's see, stabbing does 4 damage.
Oh no!
So let's see.
Everyone get your blame matrix in chat. Get your blame matrix in chat right now. This is his seed. This is his garbage.
Takes 31 stabs. And also, another interesting thing is there's only one available opal, which will revive you upon death. And you actually need to tank damage in order to get into this room. So you need to burn melt herbs to get here.
Yeah. I kind of believe in Nightdew here. I think he's got the general knowledge on this. And he's got Yeah, he's got an opal. I think he's good.
Yeah, but you never know. Mato 2 likes to just do stupid things. He likes to just land on you. He likes to just throw the shurikens. We're down 36. Alright, he's doing 4 damage per stab. And looks like 5 damage per charge shot. And down goes Mato 2.
Very good, nightdew. Excellent work. Let's see if this is the item, the progression we need, or does he need to keep digging?
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of items. Oh, it's a fertile line!
Oh.
Well, we just got rid of it. That could have won him the game.
I think after last time when that fruit of... Oh, he just skipped an item there.
Nah, he'll probably be back for it.
He'll probably swing around for it, I guess.
We got another flute.
Yeah, you would think after the previous time when nightdew got paralyzed into stoned and used Fruit of Lime to clear both. Like, that was some next level.
Well, let's see. Interestingly enough, nightdew is being a little bit inefficient here because he should have gone up first to get the chest. But he went down first, so he's basically retracing his steps. Losing time here.
Valuable time that Steve is gonna need.
So, what is Steve going to be doing? Does Steve know where to go?
Yeah, I think he feels like he's missing something.
I saw a butterfly. Butterfly got so close to nightdew there. We always like to see butterflies near those platforms. Well, ooh, Psycho Armor, best armor in the game. That will actually heal you up if you stand still. Oh, nightdew is
paralyzed.
Well, Steve hacks his head into Saber West. Sadly, there's nothing to do there. We do have Psycho Armor. That Psycho Armor could come in handy against Mato 2, don't you think?
Yeah, they've got any of the other bosses coming up here once they clear this. But the biggest thing for nightdew is he needs to get rid of this paralysis because there's a check right there that he can't get to.
Is he just trying to die? Is he going to burn an opal just to get rid of that prowl?
He knows what he wants and he will get it. His chest better be worth it.
Steve is just thinking, that's bad. You never really think to go into the front and go with this early.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like he knows it's in logic. This is something that he wrote the code for. So it's not that I don't know, he might be slipping it right now. That happens. You know, when you get in the pressure of the moment, you just start fading those checks. But Steve knows that like it's a logical thing, right? So
I hope he does. We did so we got a flute. That flute could possibly be the dolphin flute, just FYI. It could also be the insect flute. Okay, floor number 2 is Sabir's floor. These Goa floors, there's 4 different floors in Goa, and their locations are all randomized. No, Steve, you can't talk to Deo. He doesn't speak Stom. See?
Cute.
Come on, back to Goa. Goa, Steve! You know you wanna.
So I think he's just kind of warming up to the idea really slowly here. This is probably like the stingiest seed I've seen of the tournament so far. It's just holding back on everything that's good. We're 25 minutes in and they have 9 scaling. And it's not like they've been, you know, dinking around. They've checked a lot of chests and they're all consumables.
Now here goes Steve. Oh, he's getting hit hard here. He only has 1 other melt herb.
Oh no, Steve doesn't know that the first fight is Mato.
And I think we have 2 more items to find here from nightdew. We got the one down here, then we got another one which is a little bit of a trek. And Steve actually took the free heals early on.
Yeah, this Mado fight's going to be even harder for Steve because he's a lower level. Hasn't realized that it's Water Sword. There it
he
is.
goes.
Oh, shredded him there. Good hits, good hits.
Yeah, let's say he's just gonna restart. Makes sense. Didn't really want. I don't think you really want to start like that.
Yeah. Find out the sword, go back into the fight. He's holding on to a lot of random items there. I wish he'd, burned some of that cash on some medical herbs. Speaking of medical herbs, nightdew finding another medical herb on this wonderful, wonderful medical herb-filled seed.
Well, one thing is, at least Steve Hatch is not like holding on to a bunch of warp boots, even though he has a teleport spell.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do that in this tournament yet.
You haven't?
Alright, I've never watched a race where someone did that. Let me clarify.
Oh, maybe I should get you the link to the race from the other day, then you can actually watch it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see how it is. Let me go sign up to commentate your race tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry, I won't forget. I will never forget stuff like that.
Yeah, Steve. Steve really enjoying his time here. Nightdew about to find out that neither sword works on Sabera. The entire rest of that floor was a bust.
So it's gonna be the flute. So what flute do you think is gonna be? Insect or dolphin? I think it should be the insect because it's more annoying if it's gonna be the insect flute.
Yeah, insect for bonus troll, but I'm betting it's dolphin because they have change. I think that's why the seed gave him change.
Okay, well, Steve burned his opal. He's almost done with Mado 2, down to 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, dead!
Is. GG, Steve Hacks.
I do pass by these very friendly soldiers. They are very helpful. They are protecting the land of Swan. But sadly, our hero here gets them all killed. No, it's a dolphin flute. No.
Please pay attention. If you go rewind, look at Steve's reaction to getting the fruit of lime after beating Mado.
Oh, I missed it. I just don't love all the junk that's in this. Oh shit! Oh no, he's paralyzed.
Oh, no.
You know he could get himself poisoned.
The funny thing is, he got literally the only item here that means anything. So if he has to bail out now because he's paralyzed, it's actually perfect. Like, that's just a shortcut at this point.
Well, can he just set a checkpoint, right?
Yeah, he could. That's right. By going in and out of Sabera and resetting, he could checkpoint there.
Oh,
I think that's what he just realized. Oh no!
So did anyone see what nightdew got?
Yeah, I didn't actually see. Was there any progression from nightdew?
I hope not. Well, at least Steve can charge again.
Ooh, that mosquito's trying to make sure he can't, though.
You know, this reminds me, I probably would have forfeited by now. I would have never made it past Mado 2. I probably would have grinded up to like level 12 just to take him on.
Thanks, Mirai. That's right. He did pick up the orb in the waterway. Our friend Rage is looking for a particular sword. We don't know what sword that is, but it's not fire or water, so we lost that 50-50.
It might be wind or thunder. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with wind. I kind of wish we could like put up little like bets and just be like, all right, which sword does Rage want?
Okay,
or like which chest has progression? But I mean, I understand we can't.
Well, we can do predictions, but we would just need to have a mod to set them up for us. But we just saw Creasy plant. Oh wait, he got telepathy.
Yeah, that opens up I mean, it opens up no teleport, so you can't go to Saber North, but it does open up the oak checks, so the mama's ready to have her baby saved.
You better be careful here. Yeah, so we're going to find this child that that the mother just decided to leave behind out here to die. And of course, we're going to go find the child and bring the child back to the abusive parent. Let's go, child. Then again, we could always be nice and bring the child over to the insect. But we don't have the insect food, sadly.
I really feel like the randomizer as a default needs to randomize the layout of that forest and where the kid is, because just like as it Sword of Thunder, that opens up, I don't know of any thunder walls actually. But I was just saying, as a child, that maze was just absolutely confusing. And so making everyone confused when they go to it, I think is what we need. Just every time you play the game, you get confused when you go there.
By the way, pretty much... Oh yeah, I still get lost in that place. Let's see. So we just got Sword of Thunder. But all the walls are weak to wind.
Yeah, and Code throwing up something there. Code mentions that Severa 2 might be weak to thunder. And if that's the case, this seed hates them. It's not just like disliking, it's not kind of like some casual like, haha, I hate you. No, this is pure loathing at that point. Because then they're going to have to go through the footballs again, go all the way back to the back. At least they got a shield ring now. But go all the way back to fight Severa again.
It does
yeah,
open up Beta 1.
That opens up Meta 1 too, so we're looking at a lot going on here. It's not that the seed kind of opened wide. We didn't get flight yet, but there's some options.
Okay, Steve, how you feeling here? You're going to I don't know where he went. He went back to Oak. Oh, he's going to check insect flute. Oh, we got our first thunder wall. It's in ESI.
Very good. ESI turning into a pretty big play then. I mean, more consumables, so if you like consumables, it's the perfect spot for you.
Okay, well, he did need to be cured from poison, so that was very useful. Okay, so Steve is using saves in order to get back. And he's heading back to Goa. Maybe he's thinking to go to Swan now.
I feel like Steve was making a gamble there. Like, if it's Insect Flute, this is going to pay off a lot, you know, going straight there. But there is no payout. Got scammed.
That is a one-off check, though. Probably not really worth it. Especially when you don't have telepathy either.
Yeah. And he's going to be back there soon with telepathy, as we know. Because Sword of Thunder is required.
Well, nightdew did not check all the Portoa caves. He only checked Priesty, which is a wind cave. So, there's still 2 other caves that Steve might want to go check. And he might have access to.
And Steve could be the daring do man that we need and run straight back into Goa. Like, that's a possibility. As soon as you get that Sword of Thunder and just rush down Goa, like...
Okay, Steve, where are you going? Where are you going? Bye, Dolphin.
You're a good friend to us, Dolphin.
You consider
Thanks
Dolphin
for
to
all
be
you
a,
do.
you consider Dolphin to be a disposable power-up?
That's a good question. I feel like it's got that Yoshi complex going on, but probably not as bad, because it's a lot harder to kill the dolphin.
Steve was having some trouble getting out of the Queen's back room. I don't think we got to see what this windmill guy wants, or this guy wants. It looks like he wanted. What did he want?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see. I was gonna ask you a question here, Zero.
Yo.
Let's play a game. Is it consumable power? Is it consumable, spell, or turn in? What do you think? This first chest here in Sabera's castle. Consumable, spell, or turn in?
I think it's a consumable.
You're feeling consumable? I'm gonna buck the trend. I think it's a spell.
Oh, we got bats or butterflies. Come on, butterfly. You know you want to hit him over here, right on this platform. Yeah, get him, bat. Come on, get him. Oh. Oh.
Paralyzed. Womp womp.
Bow dirt. That's our first bow.
Uh-oh. Nightdew's paralyzed. You're probably going to want to turn around. You don't... Oh, poisoned. There's a checkpoint 2 feet ahead, Nightdew!
Who needs a checkpoint?
That works, I suppose.
Well, we got our first bow. We need to have at least 3 bows in order to potentially beat the game. Let's see, where's Steve? He just went to...
Steve checked, I believe that's Fog Lamp Cave, and it is wind locked. As you mentioned earlier, this is the Windy Seed, so...
So there's 2 places. There's Waterfall and Saber North that we have yet to see for walls. Well, down goes Saber 1. And Saber 1 has our chest, of course.
Yeah, that was good old Vampire 2 with another consumable.
Well, we're gonna need that Thunder Sword. That's for sure. Oh wait, that was a bat. That was not Sabera. Sabera will be soon enough anyway.
He's on his way.
But Steve's gonna find out that these are gonna be Thunder Walls, and that's gonna be a big walk of shame here.
Yeah, Steve is gonna feel the shame here. There's not much you can do. You just gotta kind of make these checks, and then if the check doesn't pay out, you gotta go. But there's another consumable. I don't think it could be front-loaded consumables anymore. Now, I kind of want to mention something here.
Did you set it? Did you set it to like a speed, like progression speed, like slow, mid, or fast? Like you did,
Yeah.
like you turned to Super Metroid.
There is something with this seed. Like I don't know what else to say about it, but there is something about this seed that's just making it just slow, you know?
Okay, Steve loading up his save. That might be. I think he might have checked Greasy Plant.
Yeah, both of those caves were a bust, so I mean you can't get in them right now is what I'm saying.
Okay, ESI was a bust as well. Well,
Yeah.
not really a bust, but he couldn't kill Sabera 1.
As far as progression's concerned, yeah, there's nothing there except a bow. I mean, who needs the bow until you get to the bow place, you know?
Yeah,
But-
you need flight for that anyway, and they don't even have flight. Well, back to Amazon for Nightdew. Or not Amazon, back to Bertoa. Okay, we got another Thunder Wall. So Waterfall is Thunder Wall, so we just don't know what Saber North is. Unless if he has a bit of Fog Lamp. Which is where Nightdew's going. And it's oh, he should have went there first. So Fog Lamp can be broken with water.
So, I want to say something here, and I think it's a little bit kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see, before this race, Matrick was talking about rolling the seed for our next race tonight, not for this race. But Matrick ended up rolling it. I guess he swapped the seeds around because Matrick said, and I quote, "It's time to make the worst seed ever for DD Mashima race tonight. Put all other combats, balls, bracelets, and rings at the deepest possible location. Mid-game consists of 42 consumables." Well, you did it, Matrick. This is 42 consumables in mid-game.
Oh,
And
see,
Steve
just get...
hacks Davy and Death.
Oh, that's
And this
pretty
is
bad.
probably where progression is, but you might want to run and go buy some items.
Nightdew's already up to level 7. Steve Hatch is still down to level 4.
Yeah, it's so impressive that like I feel Steve is super far behind, but by any metric that we can think of besides amount of game walked through, Steve is basically the same as Nightdew right now. He's one bow off, and that's it. You know, like if bosses are required, Nightdew's gonna have to run all the way back to Sabera's castle. If you know, there's just not like.
He is also a sword off. He does have the Sword of Thunder, which we do
That's
know
right.
and opened up ESI and Waterfall. But ESI had nothing, and Waterfall could have something.
Yeah, it's just tricky.
And there's always a possibility of him back to take on Sabera. Sabera number 2, that is. She might be weak to Thunder. Or we can always go back to Rage. We don't know if Rage likes Thunder or not.
Yeah, we haven't seen Rage. I would love to see Nightdew try Sabera 2. That's right, because going back to, as Code mentions in chat, going back to Sabera 2 means you're also checking Mato 1, because that will unlock the Mato 1 fight. So you kind of get 2 checks there. And if story mode is on, then that's a good thing to check. You know, you gotta kill those bosses if the story mode flag is on. Which, Zero, I've explained the other 2 mystery flags of the night. Would you mind explaining what story mode is?
Yep, but first off, Fogland Cave, nothing. Nothing in Fogland Cave. Just junk. Endless crap. Basically a Matric dungeon. So let's see. What do you say? There's 2 other mystery ones, or just 1?
Yeah, the other 2 mystery flags were Oops All Mimics, which is on, Charge Shot mode, which is off, and our 3rd mystery flag is story mode.
Yeah, so story mode. So there's 2 ways to beat the game. There's either story mode or non-story mode. We don't know what it is though. So our runners don't know what it is either. Let's see what Nightdew finds first. Nightdew finds a statue.
Glass statue, that's boat owner turn in.
Anyway,
which leads to another mimic. Oh, go ahead.
It does lead to another mimic, a good mimic. But anyway, back to story mode. So there's 2 ways to win this game, but we don't know which way it's going to be. It's either story mode or non-story mode. For non-story mode, all they need is they need 3 bows, they need flight, they need at least a 1 sword, and a way to get to the Sahara, which they actually have been to. And if they have all those things, then you go to the bottom of the crypt, they might trigger the passage to the tower, which is where J-Ro and I are both chilling right now.
Yeah, we're just hanging out up in the tower. We're ready to look down upon these mighty fools who dare face us. And this super troll seed from Matric.
Now, as for story mode, the mode that I actually prefer. In story mode, you need to collect all 4 swords, you need to collect the 3 bows, you need flight, and you need to fight all the bosses, all the major bosses, which include Kelbest 1, Kelbest 2, Sabera 1, Sabera 2, Mato 1, Mato 2, Carmine. Carmine only is Carmine, it doesn't get a number. And Dragon, our savior.
Yeah, on our tracker we have spots for each of the bosses, but due to the unfortunate circumstances of the seed, so far they've only been able to beat Mato 2 so far. So they're kind of you know, if story mode is off, I think that really I think that changes this game a bit, because we don't have a lot of bows, but we also don't have we don't have a lot of anything either. So...
we did have a pretty interesting. Where's Steve going? He only has 2 swords.
Wait.
Did he not check Sabera? Did anyone even check Sabera too?
Yes, nightdew got there, and it's not fire or water. So, oh no, Steve panicking.
Let's see. Oh, we got the final sword. Sword of Wind in the waterfall cave.
That's huge for nightdew. Really puts him ahead.
Well, that's going to open up three locations. Well, actually, 2 locations. Saber West, Christie, and Hydra.
Yeah, my first thought for nightdew, and I think he's doing it when he pumped in all those medical herbs, is he's going to go straight back and rush down Goa. Now he's guaranteed a full clear of Goa. And he's got shield ring. I don't think he equipped it. He's got a shield this time. He's got plenty of medical herbs. Like, this is time to run into Goa and beat it for real.
And by walking in with the Thunder Sword, he triggered the most important part of the game, which is the massacre of the terrorist town of Chiron. As we all know, they all must die because of their terrorist acts against our hero, Dragon, Emperor Dragon.
Yeah, one of the story plot points of the game that Zero's referring to here is you're part of the people trying to defeat the evil Emperor Dragon.
Not evil.
Has giant armies and generals.
Not evil.
And the allegedly evil generals decide that it's time to take out the rebel organization.
Terrorists.
When nightdew entered in with that thunder sword on his person, that triggered the Chiron massacre. From some people's viewpoint, it is a massacre. So
now, one thing to note is you must get the item from Zebu and Chiron first, otherwise you'll not be able to trigger the massacre.
That's right. So, with that, Steve is running around, gonna go check and get the disappointing news that Sabera is not weak to your swords.
He is very
misunderstood. On the other hand,
it's weak to wind. Now, how much damage are we doing here? 5 damage with level 1 charge.
General Flame Lord, huh?
Let's see. If it's 5 damage, 263 divided by 5, 52 hits, 52 charge shots for nightdew. So we're just gonna be waiting here for a good amount of time in nightdew.
Yeah, with Psycho Armor, Shield Ring, and a shield, Sabera's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna hurt Sabera. It's the slog.
Yeah. Anyway, don't forget everyone, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow these 2 amazing runners. They do it for you, they don't do it for the endorsements at all, they don't do it for anything. Just do it for you. Also follow my boy there, J-Ro. And follow our tracker, Code Gorilla. He's the man, the myth, the legend. And you can follow me too if you want to see me just get mad at video games.
Yeah, you can check out Zero playing that Final Fantasy 14. Been sneaking up on him.
Yeah, or just watch me get very, very mad at Metroid.
That's true, that's true.
Absolutely horrible
Steve.
Game.
Steve hitting that realization moment that it's time to bail.
Murphy forgot about telepathy.
This could work out in his favor. I want to shout out the Axeman 301 in the comments here. Says that Go is a good play, but I bet nightdew will regret not doing Mado 1 first. Brokahana often has flight. So after the Chiron massacre happens, and you defeat Mado 1, the guy who killed all of them, then you can use your change spell in Goa to obtain 1 more item. And because this item has so many requirements, the randomizer tries to put flight at the furthest away locations. So flight ends up in these really long checks to get to very often.
Oh, Steve's gonna begin his sword of thunder coming up.
There it is.
Let's see what Sabir had. I'm assuming it's nothing. But now we got Kelbus for the most disappointing floor out of all of them, because what amazing items do you find on Kelbus's floor, J-Ro?
you find the amazing item, nothing.
Nothing.
Except for the Kelbest chest.
Yeah, I think the vanilla Kelbest chest has the opal statue, which is kind of worthless in the vanilla game.
There it is. Steve's face shows it all.
Harmonica. So we got another flute. That's our third flute.
This seed cracks me up because of the absolute dearth that we have in scaling items. Nightdew has outleveled the seed. Things are just bouncing off of him. He's just taking no damage from projectile. No, we didn't have telepathy the first time they went, and they didn't check the second time. So I don't believe we have figured out what the insect flute is.
Well, Steve checked it, but it was so fast. Pippin organ.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Code.
So I guess Nightdew has the insect flute. Unless if I missed it.
Yeah, Nightdew picked up the what was that? The harmonica, right?
Yeah. Well, it looks like Steve might be attempting an ESI, which we know won't be anything useful here. Orb of Fire from Kelbest. That's actually very valuable. You always want to get up to tier 3 of fire, and tier 2 is actually pretty good too. Oh, neither player's found it. Gotcha. Oh, by the way, another thing, everyone, is if you're really enjoying Crystalis Randomizer, if you're enjoying this, we are always looking for more people to join us. Join the Discord. Hopefully, Matrick can pop that in the chat. Join the Discord. We're always looking for more people to join us. More people, to get this community rolling. We always like to do friendly matches every now and then. And also, in 1 hour from now, on, I believe on this channel, we have a top bracket matchup between Dragon Dart and Mashama. And Mashama was our runner-up last year. And I think Dragon Dart was a former champion.
Yeah, we're trying our best to get this race. There it is! Flight!
Carmine! Carmine with flight.
So we know Steve had it. He really had the right, he had it just in his heart that he knew he needed to go and check Carmine's basement. He just didn't have it all together yet. Needed that wind sword to get through Sabera first, so.
Oh yeah, so Steve is definitely really behind now.
Yeah, with that Nightdew takes this from,
We got Eagle
there's
Horn.
our second bow too.
Wait, that's a bow? Eagle Horn?
Yeah, the Eagle Horn is a bow.
I don't get it.
Me neither, but I've just learned from past mistakes that it's a bow.
It has the word horn in it. It sounds like a musical instrument.
It also has the word eagle in it. Oh, okay, it's some bow from Diablo. I was expecting someone to tell me, like, oh, it's something from, like, Lord of the Rings. How do you not know Lord of the Rings?
Oh, we got our final battle in Goa against Carmine. Probably the easiest boss out of them all. Carmine has a very fixed pattern of moving around. Very predictable.
If you're familiar with Link to the Past, a lot of people say it's kind of like how Blind, once you know the pattern, then it's easy. You just follow the script.
Wait, Blind has its own pattern?
Yeah. Unless they change that. I don't keep up too much with Link to the Past, but I've played it a couple times.
Yeah. Well, down goes Carmine. And now Nightdew has to pick up this chest. It's a power ring. That's definitely going to come in handy for the tower.
There it is. Nightdew
Now-
is just overpowered now. Holy cow.
Now, does the power ring just double your attack power, or does it just add on to your attack power?
The power ring is a fixed attack bonus.
Yeah.
thank you for all the commentators out there correcting me in my idiocy. All the chatters, we appreciate it. Every correction that you provide. Apparently, Blind, you have to do the same thing, and his responses are the same. But Carmine just does his own thing. It's a set pattern no matter what you do. So, a bit different, but even easier than Blind.
By the way, we just passed by Slime Kensu. Slime Kensu wants a very lovely pendant. Would you give a pendant to Slime Kensu? Would you? Do you think he deserves a pendant? A love pendant, indeed.
I mean, only if he has progression.
Didn't he lose that pendant in the river?
Yeah, originally.
Yeah.
But that's his problem. He got slimed because he didn't have it.
Well, he had it.
Nightdew making the good routing choice to swing by and pick up these other chests he couldn't earlier. There's a chest in Oasis Cave that requires flight. You might not have noticed it as a child, but that's okay.
Now, couldn't we give Slime Kensu a fruitery pond?
I wish you could. But hey, look, that is our
Insect flute.
pipe organ, insect flute. That's right.
So we have all the flutes now. It's good to know. Nightdew heading over to Pyramid to take on Dragon. Probably the hardest boss in the game, don't you think? Like, isn't he like super hard?
Yeah, this is the first form of the final boss. So this is really just yeah, it's very hard.
So Steve found his first bow, taking it on the vampire. Still down one sword, the progression sword, that is.
For our bow count here, we've got Steve at 1 bow and Nightdew at 2 bows. So Nightdew's found the same bow that Steve has. And
Nightdew
Steve
has...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, Nightdew has 2 bows, so he might do a crypt dive. Or attempt one.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably a really tempting idea. You're right there. It's, you know that hard checks are valued by the randomizer, so, well, for flight at least. And with how this seed is gone, man, Magic probably placed that bow in the vanilla bow of Sunspot, just so you never think to check it, you know?
What did Nightdew do just fine? He found some sort of amiibo thing? I have no idea what that is.
It's another statue.
Oh, okay. I don't get it, but okay. And here it is. Here's our hero, Emperor Dragon. And he's the hardest boss in the entire game.
Oh no, he died.
Poor Dragon. We got our first lamp. That could be... We could have the... Was that the final key? Or a final...
Oh no. That was a key. Is that could be key to prison, or it could be what? What Zero? What could it be?
The most important key of them all, Stixie.
Key to Stixie!
So let's see, we got a lamp. So a lamp could be used to turn a statue into something. But we don't have the statue, or we don't have the correct lamp. There is one more lamp. We're also missing 2 statues. Trade in, that is. By the way, Magic told us that this race might not be in an hour, it might be a little bit longer, depending on how long it takes this race to end. And let's say we only have 1 bow. One of the bows to get through the statues. Where would Nightdew go now? If you were Nightdew, what would you do? Do you just get rid of a magic ring?
I would, if I was Nightdew, I would go check Mado 1. Like, you don't know story mode's on or off, so it's 2 checks. They're pretty free.
I kind of like this play, just to see if the key works.
Well, that's a good idea.
Oh,
there it is.
Not Stixie.
Not Stixie.
That sucks. And we're going to be taking on the next boss, which is Calbest number 1. Calbest number 1 is a very friendly guy. He loves to hug you. Just wants to get up nice and close and give you all the hug rolls. But for some reason, nightdew does not want it. He does not want those hug rolls. I think it's just anti-compassionate. It's just stabbing him. All he wants to do is just give him hugs. And he's just throwing his temper tantrum by stomping.
Yeah, you can see how mad he is that nightdew isn't hugging him back. Stomping the ground, like. Steve getting, there it is! Welcome back, Kelbesk!
Oh, yeah, it's round 2, baby! I don't know what happened. What, did he go inside and forget to pick up the chest?
Yeah, so he used the fire sword to shoot the chest, and it landed in the exit. So you have to pick up the chest to finish the boss. So if you kill the mimic inside the wall, then the boss is going to respawn because you can't pick up the chest. So round 2, nightdew will learn from his lesson. I don't even feel a tinge of regret for making it that way.
Did anyone see what Rage gave to Steve over there? He's going to be sneaking through the back of the Queen's area. He's going to see the Queen, and the Queen was Athena all along? Oh my god. I did not
That's
see
a
this
dramatic
one coming.
reveal. Everyone clap.
Dramatic. And he's going to force feed this this plant down the dolphin's throat for an iron necklace. And J-Ro, you're pretty knowledgeable about forcing plants onto people, right?
I would like to think I'm not, but you never know.
They did try to force a plant onto Akahana. Ooh, refresh, that's pretty useful.
I think that's the opposite of knowledgeable. If Akahana didn't want the plant, and I kept trying to give it to him.
Well, if you kept on if you kept on trying, maybe eventually he would have taken it.
I think Steve is regretting allowing Matrick to roll this seed. I don't know if he was given permission to roll the seed or not, but Matrick did. And Steve just has the look of someone who regrets something. I don't know what the regret is yet.
Poor Steve. Nightdew's going to be doing a long haul here. I think we have 2 more chests left to go here in Brynmere, or in Saber North.
Yeah. With that, nightdew is plowing ahead. He's got everything he needs except 1 bow, and now comes the long bow hunt. Steve, on the other hand, is about to finally make the play and get that wind sword that's been holding him back. With the wind sword, then he has to run through Goa. So right now, I'd say there's like a 10 to 15 minute gap here in time, which nightdew is slowly going to be bleeding out. As long as he doesn't find that last bow, that's just, I'd consider it time that Steve is catching up. Like,
Oh, but we did find our final opal statue in Saber North. I do feel like Steve is very far behind with everything that nightdew has. Steve still has to do that. He still has to make a run through Goa again without flight.
That'd be the 3rd dip into Goa for Steve. Yeah, it's not looking good for our Messia player. We might have to give it straight to nightdew, but it's not over yet. Yeah, as Dragon Darch points out, nightdew has gained 12 scaling in 14 minutes. That is unbelievable. Just like how many checks were loaded here at the end.
Oh, we got a... I don't know if that's a better shield or not. We got the mirror shield. Let's see, where else?
Crystalis doing the mirror shield long before Zelda did. Get out of here, all you Zelda fans. BTFO. I'm just kidding. We love you.
Nah, Zelda's the inferior Crystalis game.
All the 2D Zeldas are the inferior Crystalis experiences.
Yeah, they want to be a Crystalis game.
They just wish they were part of the Crystalis genre.
Zelda even tried so hard that they created a game that had RPG elements. A lot of people resented it, even though it's actually a very fun game to watch these days. Wait, why is nightdew stabbing Messia? Why nightdew?
Nightdew's
Why?
really just showing Steve hacks how the scene is going. Alright, with that, the Powerball, just an insane number of levels advantage here. Nightdew crushes Sabera 1. Just leaves one boss left to check.
Rabbit
Boots.
Boots. I don't think that does anything for us.
Yeah, no new checks are opened.
But we do get to see.
Technically, oh,
We get to see Clark. We get to see Clark here for Lissy Plant. And apparently nightdew does not want it.
I was gonna say, in the odd chance that Steve goes back to Sabera 1, beats Sabera 1, gets Rabbit Boots, it opens up one check that nightdew already has access to, and that check would be the Saber West check, where Vanilla Tornado Bracelet is. And that's because you need either Night Boots or Rabbit Boots or Flight to get up there. Which nightdew has Flight, and Steve is making the correct play.
Oh, this is just for an orb. Oh, nightdew. Nightdew. This is just gonna be an orb for nightdew.
Yeah, this is just an orb, which, I mean,
There's
any
a
bracelet's
bracelet.
better. Yeah, any
Best
bracelet's
bracelet.
better than none. So
The best bracelet for the tower, right?
for those that are not keen on the Crystalis lore, there's 4 swords, and the bracelets are like the superpower of the game. But the Blizzard bracelet is notoriously the worst because it pushes the enemies in and out, kind of like in a circle motion. Which, when you're trying to kill enemies, you want to keep them away from you. So the fact that it can suck them in towards you is pretty trolly. But if that's the only like weapon they end up with, they might just have to stick with it. I think
Okay.
nightdew will probably just stick with the Fire 2. Oh,
Here we go, baby.
here's everyone's favorite mimic.
Eyeglasses. Now we get to see Kensu. So that jerk of a Kensu just left us a mimic chest. Now we're gonna go see Kensu again for another mimic chest.
Our favorite Kensu mimic chest in tiny little houses. Those are always our favorite chests because they're just so painful to get. Steve actually checking something we haven't seen yet. The rest of Sabera West is unexplored, and that could have a bow. It would be a bow that Nightdew doesn't have, but I didn't see what happened to the Goa dive. Did
He just bailed.
paralysis or something?
He bailed. I don't know why he bailed, but he bailed on it. He did find a Cycle Shield here. Best shield in the game, pretty much. And we got paralysis for Nightdew. He might be able to go and beat up Kensu again. So it's like just endless Kensu's checks here. So we just
Kensu leading to Kensu. Leading to...
Stomp, which leads to another Kensu. Imagine if it gives him a Kensu, the Kensu
The love
necklace.
pendant? Yeah.
What do you want? A lamp? He wants
he's
a
looking
lamp.
for the lamp.
It's not the right lamp.
It's the wrong lamp.
Oh, we know which lamp that is.
That's the wrong lamp.
Oh, and he just tried killing Kensu. What a dick. And by dick, I mean Kensu. Because that's what he is.
Alright,
Oh,
here's
yeah,
the...
do it, Nightdew.
Are you going
Talk
to...
to Stomp, talk to him. Yeah, do it,
Oh,
do it,
oh,
do it.
are you...
Oh, Nightdew
Ooh.
ruining everything.
No guts.
As we saw, this whole terrace town has been defeated by Mado. We're gonna see probably the best chest in the game. And Mado number 1 is weak to Thunder, and that's a broken opal, sadly.
Oh, no. Breaking an opal on Mado 1. I mean, not the worst. Steve finding out the bad news that Tornell doesn't want anything you've got.
Yeah, he just wants
Doesn't have any
that.
bracelets.
Just wants the tornado bracelet. Tornell, why? Why do you want the tornado bracelet? Of all bracelets.
This Mado fight really proving a challenge right now. Oh, he's got refresh?
Yeah, you got refresh a long time ago.
This is free. I don't know why he popped the opal now.
Oh, down goes down goes Mado 1, and the chest is a greasy plant. We don't know who wants that one though.
He's gonna go try Amazonas.
Well, he can become a woman here.
A fair number of turn-ins.
We can go see Brookhana. She wants it. She wants a plant.
Vanilla plant?
For
vanilla
Milker!
medical herb? Just kidding, that's not the vanilla.
Let's see, where's Steve now?
Steve running through Windmill Cave. Think. I'm just as confused as you are.
Maybe it's a Walk of Shame that we don't know about?
Maybe he's just farming levels in gold.
I'm still unsure why he dipped out of Goa. Did anyone ever mention why he left Goa? Okay, well,
Yeah, that looks like he was just farming for gold.
nightdew trying to seduce Brookhana here with a female change. But Brookhana doesn't want that. Brookhana wants the Akahana. And he gets the Deo's pendant.
Brokahana knows who his bro is. Yeah, I think you're right, Code. I think it's just worrying about levels.
No, we're gonna see Steve. Oh wait, Steve did not. Steve apparently overrode the save here. He's like, because he's been using saves, actual hard saves, so he loaded before he actually went to Goa.
Oh yeah. So when he dipped out, he lost all that money and experience too.
So, well, not really that, but he lost the ability to fight Mado 1.
Right.
Now let's see. nightdew is heading up to Mount Hydra. Sally can't go through Stixie, but that wouldn't stop us. We'll try whatever we can to get through Stixie. But we will be able to get all the items over here in Mount Hydra, even the ones at the very top, which requires flight. We got some friendly robots coming down from the tower.
You know, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like this has been a long seed.
Oh, it's only been
and it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. Like, it should be winding down at this point, but it just keeps going.
We got an Orb of Thunder in Hydra. That might be helpful. All we need is one more bow, I believe, right?
Yeah, we're just nightdew's got all the bosses, got plenty of power, you know, a wonderful blizzard bracelet and a power ring. That should be good enough. Haha. I mean, it should be. He's an experienced runner and can pull that off.
Well, he does have level 2 fire. That could be useful too.
Sick damage boost, nightdew. I saw that. Saw you getting boosted into that transition.
Okay, look, they're all dead. They're all dead. Steve, you know you want to talk to Storm. Oh, Storm!
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's already dead.
Well, I consider Steve to be the winner because he actually talked to Storm, unlike nightdew. nightdew left Storm to live. And Storm's a horrible person.
Yeah, this Mado fight giving some troubles here. Just some excellent arcs coming out of the shurikens.
I'm trying to think of what else we haven't really gotten checked yet. So we haven't checked the one item in Saber West. Let's see, what else? I think there's some Portoa caves that we haven't checked. Look at all these toad gorillas over here. We haven't. We do have the flute. We do have the flute line. We also have the insect flute. So those are things we could do. Those are kind of sad one-off checks. Oh, there it is! Vanilla Bow at the top of Hydra.
Vanilla Bow of Sun.
Man.
You can't say I didn't call it. I, in fact, did call that.
And poor Steve. Steve is so far behind, sadly.
Oh, man.
The only thing
I know
Nightdew
Steve is really feeling it.
And, the only thing Nightdew does not have is a decent bracelet. But other than that, he's pretty safe. He's level 12. 12 is always a good level to be. He's got that power ring for the extra power. It's not a power glove, though.
Oh, you're right, Tornell. French vanilla. We'll go with French vanilla. They yeah, this is one of those that we're like, you know, I want to try to make it like a cool close race. It's not at this point. Like, the only way we're gonna see anything crazy is if Nightdew gets stomped on the tower right at the last floor and has to restart twice. Like, that's the kind of behind we're dealing with right here. You know?
Steve, look at Steve's scale, and he is 16 behind.
Yeah, this has been a brutal seed, and I think that's to the credit of both Nightdew and Steve, how they've been able to pull through this. And I'm just kind of throwing it out there, and I want to ask Steve about this at the end of the race. But like, I feel like he kind of got in the mindset of, I'm far behind, so I need to make some random check to try to like catch up and see if it pays off. And nothing has paid off so far. None of the crazy out of the wild checks have paid off. And Nightdew, you know, Nightdew hasn't. There's barrier. That's really big. That's gonna make tower free almost. You know, Nightdew's been making all the solid checks. Been playing good. The seed sucked, but you know, playing good despite that. And is gonna.
It does suck. Let's see. Well, that dude's actually doing the, interestingly enough, he's doing the crypt checks as opposed to just going all the way to the end.
Yeah, I don't know what Nightdew's looking for. That'd be a fun question to ask.
Probably a bracelet.
Hmm.
A better bracelet, that is.
A non-water bracelet.
Oh, another thing about Steve is he's going to have to do the Hydra climb again once he has flight in order to get that bow.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that it's the only check right there at the end that, you know, the only one that needs flight.
And here we go.
There's our boss, Dragon 2.
Our boy, our hero, our leader. And sadly, this very horrible Simeon, our hero's name, wants to kill him.
Oh.
Not really getting much damage off on him. Firing off his level 3 attack a little bit too late, but this one looks a little bit better.
I mean, can you ask for a better pattern at this point? Like, just opened up 3 times.
Wait, Drago was Azteca all along? So is Azteca playing both sides? Interesting. No wonder the terror space got ransacked.
Yeah, that's quite a surprise for all of us who couldn't beat the game as a kid. Because we couldn't find a power ring.
Oh yeah, Nightdew did take down Taskbot earlier in the week.
Yeah, I think that experience really just like pumped up Nightdew and was like, I'm sorry, this is just a miserable tower experience so far. It's not the worst. Nightdew could have had a way worse tower experience. If you go watch the Axeman versus Nightdew happened earlier.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Level 3
there,
water.
no, there it is. You know,
Nightdew could be
it's working.
he might turn into be the pro water bracelet master of this place.
Yeah, you got to show off all of your bracelet skills here. It's not enough to just be able to thunder them down.
Now, what type of bracelet person are you? Are you a wind bracelet, fire bracelet, water bracelet, or stomp bracelet type of person?
I'm big on that. I'm a big fire bracelet. I think that just makes the tower like it's so free, but it's also like fast and fun. I like it. What about yourself?
I like the stomp bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just makes everything flash.
You're kind of watch the world burn kind of guy.
Yeah, I would love to see the world burn. But Nightdew is actually getting much, much closer to the press box where we are currently sitting. We're at the top. We're at the top right behind our boy Dinah. So
You know,
he's
I
getting
don't-
closer and closer.
I don't think it's explained anywhere canonically, but you'll find Messia at the top of the tower, and I don't know if that means Messia had to defeat all the guard robots herself to get up there or not. Like, did she just teleport to the top of the tower? If so, why were we lame and didn't just teleport to the top of the tower too?
Well, we know Messia, she originally went to Joel, then sacrificed herself because Sabira was just hunting women, I think, and yeah, she sacrificed herself, and then Sabira took Messia, flew away with her all the way to I guess Goa, and then from there, I don't know how she got into the tower.
Yeah, that's Messia triggers the oh, fair enough. Yeah, I feel like that's a hole in the story because she said at the answering machine, like, hey, I'm okay, come on. Now this game having holes in the story is just like that's the entirety of the game. It's just one giant hole. But I'm pretty sure she said, I'll meet you in the tower in the answering machine, and then she's like, oh, surprise, I was captured by Sabera.
Well, maybe that's where she was going originally, and then she just gets herself captured.
Yeah.
The one thing that never made sense to me is, like, in the opening intro, they say that the world was nuked. It was nuked back in, I think, 1997, which makes sense. And in order to save humanity, they built this this tower to live in peace. But then we come here, and there's like no people, and it's just full of robots trying to kill us. So why do we even come to the tower?
Just to meet us, the commentators. That's all.
Yeah.
No other reason.
Apparently, this tower has like some sort of death weapon on it.
Oh no!
Pops the
Oh,
opal.
there goes the opal. You still have barrier, Nightdew. You got this.
I think he's on the third floor. So
Deepak's getting paralysis. The Kensu chain.
yeah, Steve has not been to Goa yet. That's where he needs to go. That's where flight is.
Steve, it's in the name. It's go. Go. Goa is in the name. Just go. And it's so easy for us to judge him. Like, and I hope I'm not coming off as like, you're just judging him because you're not playing. Because anyone who's watched my seed know that I did way worse than this. I'm not trying to judge him. I'm just trying to. Yeah, at this point, he has it in his mind that, like, if it's Goa, he's lost. And that's just the sad reality is, it is in fact Goa. And he just doesn't know that yet. So,
like, to me, I think if you have the 4 swords, you already have Mato 2 dead. I think you have to do Goa just because it's so saturated with items. You never know what awesome things you can find there.
yeah. And I think without flight, it's the wrong play to skip Goa. You have to do Goa because you don't have flight yet, you know?
Yeah. Well, Nightdew gets the Crystalis. That's the name of the game. The best weapon in the game, of course. Sadly, we only get to see it barely. And we take on Dinah here. And actually,
The HAL
looks like HAL
9000.
9000. No wonder why no wonder why all people are dead here. Hal killed them, probably.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Well, having barrier here definitely makes it so much more convenient. If you didn't have barrier, you have to kill the side turrets, and this boss is a little bit harder than usual. But nightdew is done. Nightdew takes first
GG.
place
Not done for nightdew.
with 1 hour, 26 minutes, 27 seconds. He'll be moving on to the next round of the losers bracket to take on either J-Ro, Mashama, or Dragon Dark. And we won't find out. We won't find out who J-Ro's competitor is until later tonight, which is going to be Mashama and Dragon Dark. Shortly following this fight, of course.
Welcome, nightdew, to a wonderful, wonderful Matrix Seed recap. Tell us about your Matrix Seed experience.
Oh, by the way, I think nightdew should be DQ'd because he didn't kill Stom.
Oh, you like me doing the triple fake out there? I mean,
You did it.
I decided the thumb came up. Stom may live this time.
Tornell claims that you were talking to his ghost, who is floating right above him.
Probably. I mean, honestly, if anybody deserves to be stepped on the seat, it's Kensu. But I digress there.
Well, you did make all the right plays, pretty much.
I got paid a little bit there, but when you're like this early in and you look down and you see yourself at like 7 scaling and the Goa front door is open, you're like, okay, why not?
Why not go take out Mado too?
And then you see Mado 2 and it's like, okay, he's never going to be more weak than he is right now. So yeah, just kind of going through Mado 2, and then just kind of, let's actually see how, oh yeah, Bow Truth was the first one. I mean, it can't really be a Matrix Seed. We had all 4 swords early. Yeah, I don't know, where most of the bracelets other than, Water's were, because, Water, is a very interesting tower climb, but, yeah.
Oh, you might be the new master of using water bracelet in the tower.
When I went Crypt Dive, and I'm like, okay, I just want to pull a different bracelet, and it shows me barrier, and I'm like, okay, I can work with this, but yeah.
So, nightdew, you're moving on to the next round, and you have one of 3 possible opponents. It's either going to be J-Ro, so we already know J-Ro might be one of them, or it might be Dragon Dark or Mashama. So, out of the 3, who would you rather face off against?
Interesting question there.
Yeah.
Dragon Dark I played in another randomizer, actually, I believe in Free Enterprise. Would be interesting to play him again there. But other than that, so, yeah, I think I'd take any one of them. Dragon Dark would be an interesting rematch there of a different randomizer, but other than that, yeah, I'll play any of them really right now. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
You don't want to play J-Ro?
Play J-Ro. I'll play anybody.
You said Dragon Dark, so I don't know.
No, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna have to throw that so you can get your rematch against Dragon Dark.
I don't think I played him in Crystalis, just Free Enterprise. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. Nightdew has to go against all 3 of them. So it's Nightdew versus them 3, and they get to actually talk to each other in the match.
I feel like I'd be a liability.
Only if they have to take Blizzard Bracelet up the tower.
I really enjoyed watching the Blizzard Bracelet tower approach you took of, ouch, ouch, that hurt, time to refresh.
Or just forgetting, about it for a moment and just saying, well, let's just break the opal, even though I can totally prevent this. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, by the way, how come you decided to fight Kelbest 1 a second time?
I liked stabbing him so much the first time, I decided, hey, let's go for 2.
He did try to give you some huddles, and he just ran away from them.
Yeah, that did happen there. I mean, football season is what, like 2 weeks away, so
Yes,
gotta
it
get in
is.
playing shape here.
Well, if you don't be good at football, then how do you need to draw Stixie? You did find some keys. Found key early on. You could have drawn Stixie. You found that second key. You could have drawn Stixie, but you never went to Stixie.
I was hoping to go to 60 with all the checks I had there, but I wanted to see general linebacker just a little bit more this time around.
Just think, you probably could have looked at it like, this is a matrix seed. There must be 3 bracelets in Stixie. Like,
Yeah, something like that there. Again, I never did find that third key, actually, so... and I'm 90% sure what are a couple statues I weren't having. Kensu taunting me with that, hey, have you found my lamp? No, not that lamp you're holding.
Did you like the Kensu to Kensu to Kensu chain where you get the
Kensu to Kensu to no Kensu for you there.
Too bad we didn't get the superfecta with the Kensu to Slime Kensu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for.
I don't know. I was not holding the Slime Kensu, so maybe Steve will show us the if it gets to that. Maybe Swan Kensu was holding the Slime Kensu statue. Who knows?
Yeah, we had a bit of Steve had a rough time, and it was mostly because I think Steve took a death in Goa, and then had some issues there, and then decided that, I believe we're gonna find out when he gets in the chat later, that he was like, okay, at some point I need to like, I need to realize if the progression's in Goa, I've lost, and so
Yeah.
Steve has checked everywhere that's not Goa, and he still doesn't have flight yet.
Oh no, yeah, it's 4 momentum, yeah, but yeah, that's yeah, that's yeah, now he has all 4 swords. I mean, that Sabera with level 1 shots at 25 scaling. I think I came in with a little bit less. I think it was doing like 5 a shot, but
He's doing 3.
That's a mean way to fight Sabera there. I would have killed for some rabbit boots at that point because I didn't have power ring yet, but.
Well, you could have got rabbit boots. Where did we find rabbit boots?
Oh no, I got them eventually. I just didn't have them here.
Oh yeah,
I
you
think it
found
was
them.
Tomato 1.
Nah,
or
Meta 1
it
didn't
was
have
another-
them.
I think it was Sabera 1 then. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sabera 1. They you did about a 50 hit Sabera fight, and Steve is looking at 100 hits. So
Yeah.
It's
I'd say
around
definitely
90-ish.
One thing I've learned there is if you have the ability to dive into Goa at low scaling, dive into Goa at low scaling.
yeah, this has been a seed of all time. There's plenty of seed to go around.
Now, we were kind of hoping to, just root against both of you as you went through areas, just hoping for the most cringiest of seeds possible.
I mean, the weird thing is, if I don't dive Saber North, I don't get Refresh. If I don't dive Crypt, I don't get Barrier. So the 2 best utility spells in the game are just not there, basically.
Alright, I want you to you can think about this for a second or two. I want you to describe the seed in 3 words.
Meh.
That's 1.
The other words are also meh and meh.
I'm gonna go with the 3 words of Warp Boots capitalism there, because I went through so many pairs of Warp Boots.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. They made quite a lot of bank off me this seed here. Although I will say, when I got the Eagle Horn there, I'm thinking, oh, hey, that's a flute. And I don't know if that's...
The Eagle Horn!
So I'm thinking, I have another flute here. Then when I go to my menu and I'm like, what the crap, I have 2 bows. Oh.
Surprise.
Which was Crypt Dive 1. Had to try it. I mean, you got 2 bows, you have to try it, right?
Yo, imagine getting that Eagle Horn, and then you rush to a place that needs a flute, and then you find out, oh wait, that's not a flute, that's actually a bow.
I very well almost did because I picked up the hint in Oak for what the insect flute was. So I'm like, oh, okay, I've got the flute of lime. I really don't want to check this, but I might just go and check this, and then something pulled me away, and I'm none more happier for it by just, you know, kind of walking in and then everybody figuring out that, hey, he didn't figure out what this was. Although I'm so glad I ended up turning in the statue of gold, whatever the heck it was this time around. But yeah,
getting the bracelet.
Yeah, only bracelet this seed, so that checks out. And it's Blizzard, of course.
I was gonna suggest we add a beagle horn to the flutes category, so you could have an eagle horn and a beagle horn to confuse you with.
Yep. Alright, well, I think I am gonna go grab some dinner here and watch the rest of this, and maybe watch it back. Don't we have another run after this, I believe?
Yes, we do. We got one of your possible future competitors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the race between Mashama and Dragon Darch.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go pop some popcorn, settle in, and watch that here. So everybody have a good night, and I'll be probably around chat for a little bit.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining us,
GG, thanks for
nightdew.
joining us.
Yep, thank you.
You earned it for climbing that tower.
Well, he climbed the tower to see us.
Indeed.
That's right.
Alright, good night, everybody.
Steve X is making his way through Droa, so he's making progress here. Bouncing his head back and forth. That must be good news, of course. Wait, you got a flame bracelet? Then where did he find the flame ring? Was that like in Saber West?
I'm not sure. That is gonna make this a lot faster, though.
Definitely make the tower faster. Oh look, hey, it's Flight! You know, as a kid, I always sang to this song.
No, Steve, isn't that the power ring?
It might be the power ring.
It's a power ring. Steve knowing he could have been here so much longer ago.
The good old days.
It wasn't the power ring, it was the opal statue. But one of these is the power ring, so... And one of them's the eagle horn, so... Power was behind Carmine? I think you're right.
That's what I was saying. Whenever I listen to this song, I would always sing to it. I always be like saying, I always thought it was like Mr. Sandman, because that's what it sounds like to me.
So, Zero,
What's
I've
up?
been meaning to ask you, which of these bosses is your favorite?
Let's see, my favorite boss, let's see. My favorite boss is Stomp.
Yeah?
Yeah, Stomp's very easy to murder.
I can't tell if you're talking about the Stomp stab training fight or the...
No, not what you guess on that one. You wanna know which boss is my least favorite?
Which one?
Mado 2.
Oh yeah? You
Yeah,
mean the
he's-
first boss they had to fight at the very beginning of the game with one sword?
Of course. the one that I probably would never got past. I probably would have died to multiple times. So maybe I should practice on this seed.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good seed.
It is
Do
a
we
good
post
seed.
the seeds somewhere? I think that'd be a lot of fun.
We could. It'd be fun if Matrick gets the seed to like Dragon Dark and Mashama. Dragon Dark's already seen it.
Yeah. They I'm hoping he comes up with some other good garbage. This was a really quality seed.
It was very quality.
There's a type of quality in there. You know, all in all, I feel like one of the things that Steve really struggled with, besides the routing, right? And we've already talked at length about going in and out of Goa and then not getting flight, really hurting him. And it's just something you can't know, you know? But I feel like he runs into the mimics a lot, and that's not me being judgmental as the #1 consumer of all of the poisons and venoms in the game. I'm just saying, like, when comparing Steve versus Nightdew's combat against these mimics, the mimics really did a number on Steve throughout the seed. I think overall Nightdew lost more time due to mimic shenanigans with the Kelbesk refight. But just in the average fight from Steve has been a bit more, maybe not like troubling, but more difficult, you know? What would you say, like, at what point do you think the seed should have went differently?
Let's see. I think it would have been nice if he had to go back and see Slime Kensu. And then Slime Kensu makes us have to go see Tornell.
Yeah.
And Tornell makes us go somewhere else as well.
So you're thinking about what's the best way to troll with the seed?
Yeah, it's all about that.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Now, I do need to... I'm kind of curious as to who's going to be doing my race tomorrow. Oh yeah, so let's see. Once again, we have a race coming up after this race, which will be Mashama versus Dragon Dark. Of course, the winner of that race will move on to take on the Axeman, and the loser of that race will take down J-Ro. Then tomorrow night, you have at Friday, August 25th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got the Sir Archibald versus myself. And we got nightdew. Nightdew is going to be the one that's going to be rolling that seed. And he's going to be commentating for that one. So look forward to that. On Saturday, August 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got Matrick versus Sho Fukumaki. We have Steve and myself on that commentary. And,
yeah, if I can hype that one up a bit, as I recall, it was Matrick versus Sho in the first tournament, and Matrick beat Sho. So that was the 2019 tournament. And then we had a bit of a break, and there's a 2022 tournament that happened last year, and Sho beat Matrick in the 2019, and then Matrick beat Sho in the 2022. And so this is their third rematch now. And I'm excited to see where that goes, because I always love these kind of, like, I mean, we're all really friendly community. It's small. We all know each other. There's no grudges held. But this is a grudge match.
I have a grudge.
Oh, yeah? Tell me your grudge.
I have a grudge against Nightdew for not killing Stom.
That's a valid grudge.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, let's see, what else do we have for races? On Thursday next week, 7 days from today, and on August 31st, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Tornell versus PMAK Foul. We got
right.
2 more races left. Make sure you all check those out. Always fun to watch.
Yeah, we've packed your schedules with races. I hope you're ready to watch up. So close your doors, cover all your blinds so you can get the perfect viewing experience on your 84-inch widescreen TV as you watch a 40-year-old NES game get played in high definition for your entertainment.
That's what I'm doing. I'm watching this on my 52-inch.
Ah, yeah.
Say Steve. It seems like Steve had thought about Prip. Oh no, he didn't think about Prip Dive.
He's making the right play here, though. Like, this, he doesn't know it yet, but the bow is right here. Yep, Steve just setting the checkpoint.
He hasn't killed Calbest #1 though.
You know, it's going to be really funny when Calbest #1 is actually, like, story mode was off. I don't think it's off at this point, but it would be real funny if he just goes. Yeah, Steve might be checking Stixie, but the bow is on the other side, so...
Yeah, Steve, make sure you just check the other side at the very least.
If he comes in here and warps out, it's going to be very sad, because you haven't checked all of the other half.
Oh,
Please
okay,
don't
Steve.
warp out.
No,
No.
you don't need those.
Yes! Yes, he didn't warp out.
Good. Good, Steve. See, this is cosmic brain thinking. This is what nightdew needed to in order to win his race, but sadly, nightdew just fell a bit short.
You know, looking at Nightdew's screen over there, the stats screen,
Yeah.
it no deaths and no resets. Is that accurate? I don't remember him actually resetting.
Flail Knight's being a bit of a jerk to Steve. Oh, Steve's at level 12.
He's making the right play here. That's his third bow. He's level 12 scaling. He can take on that tower. He's got Flame Bracelet, powering. A lot of poison walks. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is you popped a couple opals, but never actually died or reset. Like, you didn't even reset to clear your poisons.
And there we go. That's our final bow. Let's go story mode.
There it is. Now your warp boots. Are you gonna check story mode, or are you gonna... Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Don't waste the time.
Yeah, I guess that's true. All he has is Calbest 1 left. I don't think, does he have refresh?
No.
And he might not get barrier either.
Yeah, that's gonna make the tower a bit tricky without barrier or refresh. Those magic rings won't mean much without them. Unfortunately, your other combat spell, Paralysis, doesn't work against robots. Turns out robots can't be paralyzed.
Aww. And Calbest is just weak to whatever the sword is. I think it's Wind Sword.
It does something like that.
Now, what if they were to pick up the DLC and get all the other elemental? What if they got Earth? Like the Earth attack, or Light attack, or Dark attack? How do you think they would fare?
The light and dark beams like for Metroid Prime 2.
Now, do you think Steve will decide to fight Calbest 1 twice?
Make the conscious decision to fight him twice. Let's find out. No, he goes for tier 3 fire. Just annihilates it instantly.
Oh, he has all the orbs, I believe.
Very
And
good.
that's his
Matt,
final
shoutouts to our tracker, Code Gorilla, who's been sticking through with this and still tracking.
Well,
Yeah,
imagine
that's
Good news is, I think I'm done now.
Yeah.
Nothing left to track.
No, Steve. Steve, don't find the other bracelets. Now, luckily, this is kind of easy tracking. If you were to do, let's say if you were to do Super Metroid, there's a lot more stuff to track in that. And Legend of Zelda, I think that's a big tracker as well.
Yeah, this one isn't too bad because it's a simplified tracker. Because it's only really tracking the super important things. If we actually had a full tracker on here that tracked all the key items as well, it would be more comparable to those other games.
We should really add the item name that you just got, where the enemy's HP is. I think that'd be really good.
Now, do you think Steve's going to check all the item spots here? We'll just go with it.
I think just looking at Steve's face, he's got the look of I'm done. You know, I'm done with this. It's time to rush down the boss and end it. You know, I don't think he's gonna try. He's already got Flame Bracelet and Power Ring. You know,
That's what my face would look like at like probably 10 minutes in.
as soon as you had to tank the footballs to get into Goa.
Not that though. Getting into Mato and learning that Mato was the only progress.
Yeah, what a seed. Big shout outs to our runners, nightdew and Steve Hacks, for getting through this. This is, you know, it's not an easy game to begin with, and then that start to the rest of the seed having no progression, like, that is some next level seeds, you know?
And here we go. Here we go. Steve.
You know what we really need? We need Steve to make it so that you actually have to aim the bow. And it just doesn't like text box, you have to like actually pull back.
So
Oh.
close to the slime. Oh man.
Oh no, burning the opal, do you reset? He's not resetting. Oh my, so much damage.
Yeah, with level 12, level 12, tier 3 fire sword and a power ring, you could basically take down.
He reset, yeah, he wants that opal. The tower's way harder than D2 at this point, you know?
Yeah.
You 100% want to keep that opal for your tower. That's your only heals, you know?
Yeah, it's no refresh. Does he have any milk herbs?
He's got 3 or 4 medical herbs.
Well, he does have the Psycho Armor that can heal a bit. Slow healing, but he has it. He doesn't have Barrier, though, so he's going to have to have a slow Dynamite.
Yeah. I'm not sure we're gonna, just checking the clock here, I'm not sure we're gonna have much time to have an after race commentary here. But
Yeah, so do we have a does anyone out there in the wonderful world of chat have a anticipate when the next race is going to be? So you get a little bit too close to those shots. How do you activate the bow while hanging? The bow is just some sort of weird. It's not really a bow. You can actually be standing in the corner and actually trigger it if you wanted to. So I guess we're just going to be jumping into the next match right away, right after this.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad everyone could join us for this race. I hope Mashama. I always think about Mashama. I watch his stream a lot, and I always like, you know, this is Mashama, and then Matrick comes out of my mouth. I think and just cursed because like he just I can't get him. He's living rent free in my head with this trash seed that he rolled.
Well, one thing I definitely wish more people would actually stream this because it's so fun. I definitely enjoy watching people run this.
Yeah, it's if you haven't given the Crystalis Randomizer a try, it's got a lot of routing involved, but the routing is never like overly complicated, I feel. And I don't have. Oh, go ahead.
And not to mention though, there is a lot of skill levels in the randomizer, so you don't have to do something this hard. You could do an easier mode. You can make it where battle items are required, so you're usually guaranteed a bracelet for those draw fights.
Yeah, one of the that's an option that there's a battle magic required flag, which makes it so that in order to fight those bosses, like you saw our runners today, who are experienced runners of the game, had to go fight that boss really early, and there's actually a flag that makes it where you can't fight the boss. Well, the logic doesn't require you to fight the bosses until you found items that pump you up. So for beginners, it's a great flag to have on.
Not to mention, there's a flag that makes the melt orbs more powerful.
Oh.
And normally melt orbs don't really heal that much, but the buff melt orbs are very nice to have. Otherwise a fight against Mato 2 with regular melt orbs could be very unbearable.
Yeah, this is looking good for Steve. I think he's gonna get this. He still has 4 medical herbs, plenty of magic rings. I'm surprised he's not doing more bracelets. He's got plenty of magic rings, I think, right?
I'm unsure.
Good idea here, standing off screen so that you can get the full charge before. Yep. And just as you'd expect, destroys them. One flag that is on for the tournament is called max tower scaling, and we didn't need to mention this yet, but even though the difficulty level says 36, it's actually at the maximum, which is 48 when you step on the tower. So everything in here is using the strongest they could ever be. And it didn't show up this seed, but sometimes you could roll a seed where you can get into the tower at level 7, but there's no way you're ever going to beat the tower at level 7. So then the rest of the seed you spend trying to find power-ups. You know,
I thought Mashama. I could have sworn I saw Mashama beat that seed the other day at level 7.
Yeah. Zero and I were watching Mashama play a seed exactly like that, and we convinced him to go do it anyway. Even though he knew it was a bad idea, and he's like, "This is why you don't do it," and proceeded to spend an hour slowly whittling away at the robots until they died. And I think he got to the end and then died and had to restart. So,
I forgot how far he got. It might have been the second floor. Yeah, it was definitely at least the second floor. He kind of got beat up by one of those helicopters, basically the hardest enemy in the entire game.
Yeah. The AI for these helicopters is they fly just out of reach of your sword, and then they come in at these odd angles that you can't do anything about.
Yeah, they suck. The one interesting thing is if a robot decides to go down the stairs, then it decides to just kill itself.
Yeah, these these tower floors are aligned with like the memory boundaries of the game, and it's only checking within that certain memory of the game. So it has like a Y coordinate for them, and it's aligned with like those boundaries of the 255 coordinates. So if it walks off of that, now it's on to a different like Y coordinate, and so they're not counted. So if they just walk off the screen down there, oops, they're gone forever. And then the thing thinks you killed it.
Okay, well, if Steve lacks barrier, so he's going to take the slow route here, which is shooting these turrets. Normally, this fight's actually fairly simple in the vanilla game, but we felt it was a little bit too easy, so someone decided to make it harder.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, there's a certain pixel you can stand on, and none of those side things would ever hit you. And so you could just stand there and wail on Dinah's core without any problem. But in the randomizer, Steve decided to buff Dinah, and if you look closely, you can actually see that the what it is those little cores are moving back and forth left and right. And so they still shoot from the same pattern, they're just moving now. The hitbox stays in the same spot, but the actual location of it moves around, which causes it to act like it can shoot all over.
I bet Steve's gonna be happy to be done with this seed. I don't have some angry words for our boy Matrick out there. Don't finish with an official time. In second place with official time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Sadly,
GG, you hung in there.
Yeah, but sadly that will knock him out of the tournament. He's the first to leave.
Okay.
I'll be the second, of course.
Thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna rush us out here though. Steve, thanks for joining us. Do you have any last words before we rush to the next race?
Wow. I hope nightdew didn't have quite as hard of a time with that as I did.
Well, you can always blame Matrick, of course, for that seed. He was the one that generated it.
Well, thank you, Matrick. That was a doozy for me, as you all saw. So thanks for watching.
GG. Sorry we have to cut it short.
No worries.
Well,
Right,
we will be
everyone
seeing.
for watching.
Well, we will be seeing Matrick again. I think on Saturday he'll be with me on Saturday, right? Steve.
Oh, I'll be with you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
I can relax now because I don't have to run anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be in your seat there tomorrow as well. I'll be joining you down there in the Super Losers area.
All right. I think we're GGing out then. Thanks everyone for watching.
From the tower.
Signing off.